When I started the company, I thought, I know what I'm doing, I know exactly what this needs to be, and we're going to be the example of the startup that won't pivot, it won't change our vision. And of course, actually what has happened is that I think we've been a quintessential startup, and that everything that normally happens to startups, or often happens to startups, has happened to us.
I think if you look across all the startups we've been working with, the most common thread for all of them is definitely change. It might be something that is a huge type of change, like a full pivoting of their business model from going from a B2C to a B2B, or it could be something minor as just kind of changing the way they're thinking about how they're going to roll out their product, their service to the greater audience.
Culture changes over time. And so you have to adapt to the growth of the team and try and retain what you want to and lose some ideas that initially may have flourished.
Part of the entrepreneurial journey is really being open to what is everyone telling you. And I find that as I talk to other entrepreneurs, everyone has to go through their own journey of figuring out that that's really important. You've got to be really open-minded to get this right.
You want to have really, really strong things that you believe in, but you can't be so attached that they need to happen. That's the hardest part. It's really easy to have strong ideas strongly held, but the strong ideas loosely held is really where a startup could thrive.
Your market might change. Your target audience might change. The peripherals of your vision might change, but the vision should stay constant and should lead you forward.
One of the biggest things that I think you have to be able to do is not be afraid to fail. We test and we try new things all the time, and I think we fail fast and really lean into what works. If we're not failing as a business, sometimes a little bit, I don't think we're trying hard enough.
We're wrong all the time, and we make lots of mistakes. Every mistake takes us closer to being right, and every time we're wrong and we understand why we're wrong, we're going to do better next time. And that kind of humility in the face of a complex issue is what allows you to succeed.
Our vision was absolutely correct, but the business has changed as we've tried things and learned concretely that thing worked, that thing didn't work as well.
Things that are not being done efficiently are where you need to spend your time and resources in order to allow your consumers to love what you're building for them.
Startups always have to focus on the consumer, because if you really think about it, that's who their audience is. That's who's going to make or break them.
So really listening carefully to what they say they want and they need, and talking to as many of them as possible has helped us really survey the landscape of what this industry needs.
You can be committed to an industry, you can be committed to a problem in that industry, but it's very dangerous to be committed to a solution. It's like getting the chips to sit at the poker table and start playing, but the nature of the game changes once you start to see who you're playing with. And so for you to come in and keep playing the same game that you were playing before you sat at the table, you're not learning or adapting, and that's where success comes from.